All right. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. Listen, guys, my name is Jonah. I am so excited to bring some new things to the table for you guys. I've been trading a little bit over 2 years, and it's been challenging but rewarding at the same time. Um, Mainly, this channel is called JG Analysis. Technically, Jonah Green Analysis. So basically, this is an analysis coming from my standpoint. Excuse me, coming from my standpoint, and my views. And I really am wanting to teach those who do not know how to trade Forex or are having a hard time trading Forex. Here at this channel, we don't ask about profits. We don't ask about, how much money you make. We're not here to talk about like how much money you've made in a whole year. Like profits remain out of that. What we're here is to listen, to teach, to help each other, to understand the markets as much as possible. Forex could be simple, and it is simple, but it is a hard thing to do as well. It's not easy all the time. You have to accept your losses. You're not always going to win. And one of these things that I really like to be doing for people who are watching this video is really teach people how to be disciplined. We all lose, we all lose at some point. We're not going to be 100% in everything. So what are some things I want to go over today? Well, this is my first video, obviously. I would say my first YouTube recorded video. I've done a YouTube video for a couple of people in a group that I have. Right now, we're building on. I'm building on the Telegram, a new Telegram. So right after this video, the second video, I should have the Telegram group up where you guys could join, and I'll also probably have my email at the bottom of the YouTube video, so you guys could, email me personally if you guys are looking for one-on-one mentorship, and I'll charge real cheap. I'm not going to be cookie cutter and no $100, $200, guys. I'm not going to really charge you guys that much. I'm really wanting it to be enough for people to actually understand Forex and be affordable for their prices. So what we want to talk about today, I want to kind of like go over how I trade, technical analysis. I used to, still am a part of, like, if you guys heard of Forexia. Forexia is a trading group academy. They're very awesome, very amazing. I'm also been a part of Decipher FX. Shout out to my boy Luke. So these guys are amazing. I also been a part of Take Profits. All these guys are amazing, but what I really want to do is teach you guys on a personal standpoint how I view the market, because a lot of times we get to copycat and we want to be just like them, and then when we try to be like them, it doesn't work out because we're not focused on what we want to do as traders, what kind of traders we are. I'm trying to be personally. Me, I'm a day trader / somewhat of a swinger, but I find myself more trying to catch these pips, get in and get out throughout the day, or at least at the end of the day. So yeah, let's get right back into it. So what I do, well, obviously you guys see this trend line right here. What I like to do a lot of times is I'll go on a daily time frame, and I kind of look like where the market is going. Sometimes I even go even farther back, like, look on a weekly. Now, guys, the only time I go this far back is if you're really looking for a swing trade setup. But sometimes I like to see the overall direction as well. I don't always go on a weekly time frame, but this actually gives me, kind of a view of where the market is either going, whether it's shooting up, whether it's going down, which we call it bearish going down, bullish going up, or whether it's just like ranging in consolidation. So what I want to kind of teach you guys today is like technical analysis. I'm pretty sure the people I've told on this channel, they want to kind of see how I trade, and I'm pretty sure a majority of you guys are here know how to trade. If you don't know how to trade, of course, I'll make another YouTube video on like teaching you guys what is Forex and everything else and so forth on that nature. So I go on the weekly, I'm like realizing, okay, you know, British pound dollar is, you know, down. But if I'm a day trader and I'm like looking to trade on a day-to-day basis, then I like to go on my daily time frame and figure out what's going on here. Now, obviously, you know, the market has been, even though it's in a macro downtrend, the market has been, you know, overall pretty bullish, if you ask me. You know, so like if you was to, you know, create this trend line right here, let's clone this trend. If you can make this trend line right here, you can be, you know, selling this pair, buying this pair, selling this pair, buying this pair. Even though the overall the overalls of sales, if you're swinging, of course, you just want to stick with the sales. But if you're a day trader and you're a scalper, you can definitely be looking for buys here. And what I want to do is kind of teach you how I like to trade and how I like to catch my pips, get in and get out. Now, lately, the market has been foolish, stupid, and insane. So, I mean, even some of my mentors were saying the same thing, like the market's just been trashed lately. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's coronavirus season. It's ending down to the end of the year. You're just going to get what you're going to get. So, I like to look at the daily. So, the daily time frame is showing me that it's going up, obviously. Now, at first, let me see if I can do this. All right. So the daily time frame was going up, obviously. So there was a couple of things I was looking for. I said, okay, if I'm a day trader and it's going up, what can I do to catch some buys? And even though it's an overall sell, of course, you know, the biggest thing that you're looking for to sell is all the way up here where this trend line is. And the reason for that being is because you see where, let me go back on a weekly. Or I just keep right here on the daily, how many times that this market just keeps going up and touching this trend line and tanking afterwards. So what I like to do is if I'm a day trader, if I'm looking for a day trade, like meaning like I'm looking for a trade to get in and get out, whether it's 20 pips, 30 pips, 40 pips, 50 pips to 100 pips, whatever it is, I like to look on a daily and try to figure out what the market doing. Now, it is a Friday evening. I have replay mode. And I'm going ahead and cut this off. What I'm gonna show you. All right, cool. This is what I had. Replay mode gets you to go back in time and, you know, figure out like, you know, how you can act like, you know, you're going back in the past and so on and so forth. So what I did is I saw GU right here, right? And I saw that, let me just go ahead and remove this so I can, you know, go ahead and show you guys what I like to look for. So I saw that GU on a daily was uptrend, right? But when I go on a 4 hour, it's kind of like, you know, ranging in a little bit. And, you know, guys, anytime that the market ranges, you want to catch that and you want to figure out a way that you can trap price so it can give you the best opportunity to catch a nice clean breakout in the market, right? So I mean, some people, you know, like to wait for a breakout to happen here. Oh crap, hold on. Let me see if I could make that gold. There you go. Some people, for example, I mean, they trap price so much they don't withdraw a trend line. They wait for it to come right there, retest that area, go up, or if it comes back down here, retest this area going down here. I mean, if you want to do that, that's up to you. You know, a lot of people will say like talk so much about that's not the right thing to do. You know, honestly, you know, I beg to differ. There's so many strategies, guys, that a lot of people are profiting over. It's all about you. It's all about what is working best for you. But getting back to it, I realized that the market is going up at the moment. All right. So what I tend to do is I tend to trap price. Right. So this right here, we all know that market is respecting this area right here. Even though it's ranging, the market is ranging up, down, up, down, up, down, but it's respecting this area right here. Alongside of that, I see the market also had the big shift as sells, right? So what do we do here? Well, I'm a New York trader. I love trading New York. Obviously, a lot of people like to trade the London session, especially lately. New York has just been not as volatile as London, and that's totally fine. So what I do is anytime you see the market like kind of like going up and then had this big shift as a big bear shift, a lot of times you could be looking to trap price, because more than likely it could do something like this, come back, consolidate, and then drop again, or it can come back down, shoot up, then consolidate, and then you can trap that price, and however it goes, you can break and retest on that price, correct? So I set this price up. Now I missed this trade this week, and I was pretty mad. And what I like to do is like to set my zones. Now, since this price is trapped, we call this thing was called a descending trend line. Okay, so it's basically like a triangle, right? So I like to find my zones that is the most clearest to me. And since I'm looking for a buy, I can look at a high. So this is a, you can say, a resistance level if you want to. All right. So if price was to bust out of this, you can trade the level up to here, which is about 100 pips. So you have a well good looking high right there. But let's just say if I just want to create more highs, right? Now this is the 4-hour chart. That's one high right there. It's another high right here. And there's about one more high right here. So your first take profit, let's just say if it busts out this trend line, first take profit will be, it'd be like if you're scalping, like 20 pips. Second one, 55 pips. The third one, about 78 pips, right? But technically, I'm not even going to look at that zone. I'm just going to look at the most highest zone that it created. And the highest zone that it created is technically right here. Now, why do I have this box so big? Because I'm boxing up this zone and this zone right here, because there's two highs that's very close to each other. Okay, there's two highs that's very close to each other right here. If you can see, if you can't see it, it's like from this high to this high right here. There's two highs that are created and they're very close to each other. And since I don't know which way the market's going to go, I could be possibly looking for a breakout to the upside or breakout to the downside. All right. Now, what I like to do is two things. One, you could wait for the market to shoot up. Hold on for just 1 second. You can go down to the hour time frame on this too as well. You could wait for the market to shoot up out of this area, right? Just shoot up, break and retest, and you can enter off of one of these zones right here. You can enter on this zone, wherever you like to prefer, and then have your stop loss. Like after it shows a bullish momentum, after you have bought, you can put your stop loss underneath that structure. Now, what I like to do, I'm a little risky. You have to be like me. But a lot of times when I see that the market busts out, I like to just go ahead and buy the market anyways, just because I know more than likely anytime there's a breakout happening, it likes to bust out to the high. So my main take profit is up here, which is like 77 pips. So let's see what happens. Got to move a little faster on this. Okay, boom. See, this is beautiful, guys. I know if you want to get more clear, you could have trapped this whole price right here and did the same thing. And then like, oh, where's your take profit zones? Your other take profit zones right here and or right here. Why? Because these are lows that the market is creating. So even if the market was to bust out of here, that would have been a 100 pip drop, 200 pip drop from down there. And you could just like, put two positions in and leave one runner in. Now, I don't wake up on London sessions. I missed all of my London session trades because I'm a New York trader, but I'm pretty sure this happened during, London session. Going in continuation in New York session. And so that's it, guys. I mean, that's just like plain and simple how the market can give you so many opportunities if you keep it simple. Okay. I mean, obviously, you see how the market even respect this zone that I created, and now it's starting to show even more bullish momentum. And if you wanted to, you could have bought right there and just put your stop loss underneath there. I mean, it just gets simple as easy peasy cheesy. So let's go and look at Euro USD. This is another one that I had. I missed this as well. I actually suspected. Let me go ahead and create this right here. So at the time before the market has opened, I'm looking at the 4-hour and the daily time frame. Okay. So obviously, the market on a daily time frame is up, even though if I go back and look at the monthly time frame, is overall is down. But because I am a day trader, remember guys, when you are looking at time frames, you have to understand that the time frame that you're looking on is dependent upon what particular trader you are. So what I've done is I looked on a daily time frame, right? I said, I'm looking on a daily time frame, and how would I trap this up? I see that the market is looking bearish, and then I see how this market is also pulling back bullish. But even though that the overall market right now on a daily is bullish, then what can I be looking for? I could be looking for buys. So what I did is I trapped price on that daily, went back to the 4-hour, and this wasn't here at the time. So I realized that this market is what? Is tapping this trend line like crazy, right? It's the third time. Usually at the third touch, what they say, it usually busts, right? Right now, since I noticed that this market is just continuously tapping this trend line, I'm pretty sure it just induced sellers and it's ready to go back up. So what I did is, to be on the safe side, I was like, okay, I'm not sure what the market's really going to do. So even though, this was one of them. We can go ahead and talk about this one as well. But even though that this market looks like it's selling, I automatically knew it was going to rally up, just because it just keeps tapping up here in this area, and I'm looking for buys. So once I see a buy breakout, what do? I go ahead and put my zone right there, resistance. You could put your, your ultimate take profit, here if you want to, because that's the most recent high. That will be 46 pips. Let's see what it does. And if not, let's just say, I missed a breakout. We'll wait for it to come back right here and then retest and go back up. Let's see what happens. Boom. Take profit hit already, right? And anytime you are buying this breakout, where's your stop loss? Let your stop loss be right underneath this area, because in order for your trade in order for this trade not to be successful, the market would have to push up like it did, come back down, break this zone, probably push up again for the retest, like most of it happens, and then break this low of structure over on that side. So you already hit your TP. It was an easy peasy, 38, 40 pips. You're in and out. Let's just say, oh, I missed my trade, Jonah. Okay. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Bam. So right here, what did I just say? I also missed this trade during London. I was so mad at myself, but it's okay. Where the opportunity goes, the opportunity flows. So it's going to give me another opportunity right here in this area is where the market, is rejecting, and you can see clear as day how the market is rejecting off this zone. Could have bought off this zone, and your stop loss could have been underneath this area right here. And if you wanted to enter again to catch more pips, you at least got another 45 pips. So guys, this is like simple, easy peasy. Even down here, the reason why I'm creating these trend lines is because I'm trapping price and I'm waiting for a breakout on one of those price, even right here. Let's see right here. Let's see. Now, some of you guys don't believe in a big tape, you know, a big stop loss. I do. You know, put a point on fire right here. Your stop loss is under here. That's like 40 something pips. That's only like what, $20 you're risking, and the $20 you're risking for a potential 53 to 97 97 to 100 100 pip move. I mean, it just gets as simple as that, guys. And even if you wanted to move your stop loss up, of course, you know, you can move your stop loss from here to here, because once this zone was broken, of course, and it came back down, broke this zone, and because it created another a higher since it's creating higher highs and higher lows, you can put the stop losses right here, right underneath here. Why? Because the market has to come back down to break this low in order to stop you out. You'll still be stopped out in profit. So the last one I want to teach you guys is USD/JPY. I did the same thing on USD/JPY. Now overall, USD/JPY is up, right? If you look at the weekly and the monthly, I mean, it's just buys. But because what? I'm a day trader, I like to look for my sells. Okay, why? Because on a daily time frame, the market looks bearish to me. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for sales. Now, does that mean that I cannot look for buys in this area? No. If it broke above this zone right here, you see where I had my alert area, I could have bought in this zone, and you know, my first TP would have been up here in this area. But because I saw that the market was ranging, what I did is I went ahead and put my, let me just go ahead and do this over. Hold on, where is this? So at the time, the market was right here. No, it wasn't. Bear with me. Okay. Do this. So, okay. So the market was at here at the time. I didn't have this on, didn't have this on, and didn't have this on. But let's go down to the 1 hour, because I have boxed it up already. And what I'm looking for, and you guys can obviously see that my line is right here, because I'm looking for a breakout here. And if it was to break out over here and just to close bearish, then I will sell it down for 50 pips. Then my second profit, will be down at this low. Okay. Same thing, same rules apply. You know, if the market busts up on this area, comes back and retests off that trend line, goes up, hey, you could have you a good buy. If it did the same thing, a sell. A lot of people will say, you know, the market would consolidate, break out, create this M, drop, come back, consolidate. Okay, consolidate, drop, create the W, go back up, back, consolidate. Okay, I mean, or create the M and then consolidate, and that's totally fine. You know, that's totally true. I see the ADR range always happening that way, but that doesn't mean that you can't trade these breakouts like that. I mean, the breakouts on these trend lines are so dope and so amazing. A lot of them happens during London, because the London breakout is so clean, more cleaner than New York, you know, because New York and London sessions aren't traded by the same banks. So let's see what happens here. Boom. Look how easy that was. Now, why did I put this line here? Because this low was created here. So in case you missed it, what could you have done? You could have waited for that retest, which was right here, and it would have gave you 53 pips, which it dropped. So this whole move right here that happened gave you 40 pips and then plus some. So I'm expecting, UJ to probably, tank back down and probably like possibly reverse off of this area down here. So the most important thing that you guys want to look for is look for price that's in consolidation. So look for price that's in consolidation and trap that price. Okay. The second thing is look for some particular movement that is respecting. So if the market is doing this as well, it's going up, but you see that the market has created this drop as well. So create a descending trend line on it and wait for it to break out in one of those areas and just go with it. Because look, guys, I mean, if you're wanting to get in and get out, especially for those who don't want to be looking at the market all day, it's going to do one of the two. I realized this so much that like I was like, man, how in the world am I missing these trades? Now, of course, then again, this UJ was a UJ that I took. Yeah, it was that night. I took it in an Asian session and still made my chips. And I closed it out. And then I took it again and went over into London session. I still made my chips. So that was a really good, nice looking trade. Like I said, guys, it just makes it simple. I just wanted this video to be simple to you guys. All you got to do is just create your trend lines, track price, and just wait for that breakout. Create your zones for your take profit areas off the lows and the highs. So that's about it, guys. It's my first YouTube video I wanted to do for you guys. I just got straight to the chase. Technical analysis, the way I trade. There's so many different ways you can trade. If you need me, you can hit me up at jrichandchrist@gmail.com. That is JRICHIN Christ@gmail.com. I'll put it in on the description below. Please invite your friends, invite your family members, anybody that is looking to trade Forex, just to make it simple. I'm not trying to go into deep detail. All I want to do is just be simple with you guys so you guys can profit, and just let it happen. So yeah, I'll be creating some more YouTube videos, and if you guys want one-on-ones, mentorships, just hit me up and I'll try to make everything reasonable for you. All right, God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day.